Electric football last night. Let's get into it. We love this. Colts, Ravens. All right, so Lamar's coming off season high last week, but he's getting crushed in this game. It's 16-3, and it's about to get worse. He fumbles on the goal line. Look at the maniac, picks it up, and wait, a lateral. You don't see a ton of that. Now we're going to score that is Isaiah Rodgers, who's going to run right past everyone in Baltimore, including Lamar. And then they looked at it, D'Angelo, and they said it wasn't a backwards lateral.
First he fumbled, and then they're like, yes, he did fumble.
Yeah. And then they call it back. All right, they end up scoring anyway if they didn't get the extra point because week 5. Baltimore, back in it, though. Hollywood, touchdown. All right, so it's 22-3. You think, all right, maybe a comeback is starting. Now it's 22-9. We're going to the fourth quarter. Again, Indianapolis came out tough, aggressive, 25-9. This is a blowout. Or is it? Lamar waiting, looking all day. And Mark Andrews, who turned into Gronk meets Tony Gonzalez meets Mark Bavaro, was unbelievable. Rodrigo Blankenship with an 8-point lead. Blocked by Calais Campbell's knee, I think it was. It was unbelievable. The Colts had all kinds of kicking problems. Blankenship was hurt in pregame. They put him out there. Still down 8 now. Less than a minute to play. Second and goal. Lamar. Mark Andrews, touchdown. All right, but that only gets them to within 2. It's all a bunch of sparkle and fade right now unless they get the 2-point conversion. Look how casual this is. Again, Mark Andrews. Lamar faked like he was going to run, then a little soft toss. So we are tied.
They were down 22-3 with 40 seconds left in the third.
Crazy. Blankenship hooks it. Again, he said he injured his hip in pregame. He misses it. Lamar celebrating. So guess what? More overtime due to more missed kicks. And here comes number 8.
Who needs sleep, Kay Adams?
No, let's go. Touchdown. Baltimore, it's over. It is over. That quick. They were down 19 points. You got a couple missed kicks. You get the ball. Hollywood Brown in the end zone. John Harbaugh says, oh, my God, I've been through a lot of football. I've never seen one like this. Lamar, you can throw your helmet. The game's over. Touchdown, Baltimore, 31-25. Lamar Jackson, 442 and 4 with only 6 incompletions. Lamar, that was one of the greatest nights we've ever seen. Was there ever doubt?
I'm being honest, no, it wasn't a doubt in my mind. Our team, we hit that peak that we needed, at the right time, second half. And, we just knew it's one play at a time. That's all we kept saying in the huddle, like one play at a time. Don't get too hype over, we get 20 yards on this play, just take our time, and that's what we did.
Not a great night for defenses will figure Lamar Jackson out. Not a great night for make Lamar beat you with your arm being the default analysis for Lamar, who threw for 422 and 4 touchdowns. That's not only incredible and epic because it was a comeback, but also from an efficiency perspective, 86% completion percentage, the highest ever for a quarterback throwing over 400 yards. This was Russell Wilson-y. This was Mahomesian. Epic comeback. What'd you make of it? What'd you learn, D'Angelo?
I mean, just hats off to Lamar. I mean, the Colts did everything they could to give this game away, kind of at the end, missing some field goals and things like that. But I tell you what, I mean, Lamar played lights out football. I mean, me and some of my buddies were having a little conversation. We got this little group chat that we've had, gosh, probably about 15 years, all right? Even when I was playing in the league, and all types of conversations come up. And the last conversation yesterday evening was about quarterbacks. And I was just saying how, how I love Lamar, but, I need him to take that next step, right? And everybody's like, man, he's won an MVP. And I'm like, yes, he won an MVP with limited throwing. So the potential is off the charts at what this guy can be once he sits in the pocket, once he sees a little more defenses. And that's what you saw. You saw what the end result of what Lamar is going to be. And I don't think he is a finished product. Yesterday was a amazing game. 37 of 43, 442 yards, 4 touchdowns. And I'm telling you, he's just scratching the surface. I mean, he's just really understanding that, yes, I can always run around and use that as my check down. But teams now have to guard me a little bit differently because I can get out this pocket and make tremendous plays with my legs. And you saw that. You saw him kind of understanding what coverages he was going against, where to attack these coverages. And, I mean, I thought Lamar played a hell of a football game. And I'm ready to say, Lamar Jackson, you're proving everyone wrong right now, buddy. Because it was an amazing game by him, by the rest of those Ravens. Couldn't have done it without the defense getting those stops. because it took a while for the defense to get those stops, because Frank Reich, I thought, called a masterful game early on, and Carson Wentz played really, really good.
Yeah, 22 unanswered points, when at some point it looked like it was going to be we got to pick apart Lamar tomorrow, and here we got to do the heavy lifting, and now we got to find holes in his game again. That was in a week where Josh Allen was unbelievable, Justin Herbert was unbelievable, Tom Brady was flawless. I think Lamar Jackson has had the best game played by a quarterback all season.
This is the one.
And it might have been missed by most of America because it was after the halftime on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Take a look now that we're done with the week 5 of football. Take a look right now of the NFL's passing leaders.
Okay.
There's Lamar. He's right in the thick of it, right there with Brady, who's in a pass-first offense, Carr, pass-first offense, Stafford, and Herbert.
Right.
Lamar is right there. Let's take a look at the NFL's rushing leaders right now.
Where does he stack up?
Okay, he's right there. He's right in the top 10 with some of the best running backs you'll ever see. And then let's look at teams' total offenses. Total yards in the NFL. The Raiders are 13th in the league. The Eagles are 14th. And there's Lamar Jackson, right, with more yards than the entire 49ers, the entire Colts team, and 16 other teams after that. Lamar Jackson is putting on a show week to week. It is in dramatic fashion. A lot of it is after hours. They've had so many primetime games. And yet this guy continues to dispel all the myths that he cannot play quarterback, and his team continues to dispel the myths that you can't win football games that way. They were down 22-3 with what was supposed to be a run-first offense. Right. And guess what? They scored 22 unanswered points, and that guy threw for over 440 yards. Hats off to Lamar Jackson.
Hell yes. Add to the history. It couldn't be more appropriate that this happened last night. And the Ravens' 100-yard rushing streak is over. It got snapped 1 game short of the all-time record. This whole thing where Vic Fangio, the Broncos, got pissed off. They run for 100 yards. It's over. They did not do it last night. I don't know if they're disappointed about it, but I'm not at all. This couldn't be more appropriate. We're evolving. We're past that. We're done with the streak. I'm also evolving past the palpable surprise every Monday or Tuesday morning when Lamar throws a few passes. He has done this before. We need to move receiver, Peter. He'd be in the top 5 receivers if he wanted to. Put him a cornerback, he'd be in the top 5 with interceptions, Adams. He can do it all. But he's a quarterback. I know. We all know.
Okay, but we're talking about who the best quarterback is later in the show. Did any of us pick Lamar Jackson? Stay tuned for that. Because now I'm seeing comeback. He did that last year, and he just did it last night. Can he throw? Can he run? Can he do? Has he won an MVP? Yes, but why don't we put this team then in that conversation that we sometimes have at this breakfast table, at the bar, on the corner? We'll talk about that a little bit later on Good Morning Football. Now, the rookie from Denver yielded the scepter back in week 4. Who should win an Angry Ron Crown this week? Our lemon lines are showing Kyle revealing the winner up next. Got good nominees?
We got great nominees. That's Javonte last week. Did he get the scepter? Did he wield the scepter? And could he win 2 in a row? Angry Runs, let's go.
Another one?
Ooh, this is my favorite segment.
All right, D-Hall.